Okay, hello again. We've caught up now, so I am now showing the third week of the Reddit League. We're playing this map called One Location per City Town in the World. And yeah, so this is basically a world map. It's not actually very urban because the definition of a town is very inclusive. It includes like some really small villages. Um, but okay, here we are in Pennsylvania. We've got the state highway shield for the 895. We've got these signs to Bowmanstown and New Ringgold, which are must be towns in Pennsylvania, I guess. I think, oh yeah, in the other direction we also had some towns. I think Hazleton and Tamaka were actually indicated in the other direction, and I see them here now, but I'm not looking for them. I'm just looking for the towns on the sign, which are on the screen right now. And I think I'm also looking for the 895 straight away. Right, I'm searching the wrong areas here as well. Going across the north first, while in fact I think this location is more in the southeast of Pennsylvania. Well, anyways, I'm playing against Pasteque Hachee, who is a really good player, and I was a little bit unhappy that I have to play him on a world map because, yeah, the word on the street is that he doesn't really practice all that much for the Reddit League at the moment. And for that reason, I would have liked to play him on a map that rewards practice very much, right? And that's not a world map. However, as it is, I had to play him here. So I found these places, Tamaqua and Hazleton, on the map. That's why I'm going back to that sign. And here we have the 895, sorry. And I'm basically zooming in on the town already here, using the distances which I indicated to those two towns, Hazleton and Tamaqua. Okay, I'm checking whether that that junction looks like it does in the coverage, and it does indeed. So that's the first round. Got that restaurant as well to our south. And that's round number 1. The second round, I think, will also be in the US. Yeah, there it is. Here we have like these state highway shields. This one is for Massachusetts. It's a little bit less recognizable because there are many state highway shields which are basically rectangular in that way and have a black frame. But the black frame for Massachusetts is very thin, while, for example, in Maine and West Virginia it is thicker. So we've got the 106 and the 28 Massachusetts state highways here, and we've got a bunch of towns indicated on these signs as well. This is turning a little bit into a these US state highway speed run challenges that are also on Reddit, where you basically you always look at a highway shield and you have to find your spot in a minute. So here we have more time than that. But yeah, I don't really know why I went all that way. Maybe I was looking for a town that I actually recognize, the name of a town. because Massachusetts can be difficult to search in. It's quite densely populated, of course. But anyways, I decide to zoom in here and look for the 28 and the 106 and also these places, Bridgewater, Kingston, etc. Middleborough, I think, was one of the names of a town that I also saw. I'm searching here around Boston, which is not a bad idea because the 28 is just down there. And then we've got Bridgewater as well. And I think the 106, yeah. So that's that. That's the correct intersection. Yeah, I'm almost... Yeah, I'm messing up the pinpointing a little bit. Shag Bark. Because I think I'm not finding that street straight away. Even though it was on the map, just there. It's that very small road that goes off to the east. And I think I hadn't realized how close to the intersection I was, actually. Anyways, I do have plenty of time. So I find the spot with a couple of seconds to spare. And that's it. The house that's indicated on the map isn't there in the coverage, but the road name or the street name is the correct one, so must be that one. Okay, so that is number 2 out of 5, and I think number 3 will be the one that where I miss. Yeah, so this is the 3rd time in a row that I have 4 aces and then 1 choke. And I think the choke is this one. Yeah, exactly. As we can see, we're in Spain here. Nicely green and mountainous. So yeah, I'm just getting lost in this village for too long, I think. And then in the end, I don't have the time to search for the information that I find. I should have used this, I think. That coat of arms with the 3 pigs. No, but anyways, I mean, it shows that we are by the coast, right? I mean, that those rocks. And, oh yeah, and there it says, I think, Riba de Sella or something like that, which is another slightly larger town close to where we are. So I think with that information, with the knowledge that we are by the coast and that Riba de Sella is close by, we could have found the spot. But yeah, I end up searching for the wrong thing, I think. Yeah, so here I'm still stuck in that little village. Right, a trash can. So trash cans in Spain often have a town name. Here I don't see that, but I see Asturias, right? So the Principality of Asturias is that area around Oviedo and Gijón up there. So I know that, which is not bad because it's a small region of Spain, making it unlikely that I'm gonna lose a lot of points here. But of course, that's not enough to pinpoint anything. Yeah, here I finally reach a larger road, and I get the name of the village, namely Camangu. And then, I don't know, okay, I'm going back to the origin and then doing the Z key to undo the move. Right, so I'm leaving the village towards the northwest. It's generally an east-west road. taking note of that, but it's not really enough to search for anything. Yes, okay, so I caught that sign in the corner of my eye, and it says AS263. So now I think with the few seconds that I've left, I'm searching for the AS263. But if I remember correctly, on the map, the road actually has a different label. So yeah, that wasn't the right thing to search for. There you've got Ribadesea, just now on the map. I'm moving away a little bit, unfortunately, from the true spot. But yeah, but actually, where I am is quite close, so I'm not too unhappy about it. I'm within 100 points of a perfect score, meaning that, I would draw even against a perfect game. And yeah, but it's at like A359 or something like that, so not at all the road number that I was looking for. Yeah. Looking near the coast and looking for Ribadesea would have been the play here. Plus, there was a highway just south of the village, so maybe some people went there, found the highway, and because, some opponents have been able to pinpoint this, and maybe that's what they did. Anyways, round number 4 is in the UK, and yeah, my strategy for the UK is just to walk around with some speed until I find a road number, because they are, nicely clustered, and you can usually find them relatively easily. So here we are. There's my road number, 174 and 173. This is near the east coast, but of course it's not so far south. I don't really know why I'm zooming into the 140s here. This is the 150s. There's a there's an 1173 there. I think that's why I'm looking at that a little bit longer. But that's not exactly what I'm looking for. Here we've got the 170s, including the 174. So that's good. I decide that I want to look at that roundabout. And I think I'm searching for the 173, the intersection with the 173. But that's not really, I think the 173 isn't labeled on the map, so this is a little bit more difficult. We've got like Broughton and these places here. So Broughton is on the map now. It's just to the east of where I've got my marker. But this is not yet the correct roundabout. Yeah, so I'm looking at these other signs. Right, this tells me that I'm leaving Skelton. And my connection is a little bit slow here. I don't know why. Right, but leaving Skelton towards the northwest. That's why I figure this must have been the roundabout. And then I know I came basically from the south towards that 174 road. Right, I'm confirming the exact street by looking at the street name. Wensleydale. It's the one down there. And that's that. Okay, so far so good. 4 out of 5 rounds. And I think number 5 is gonna be fun. Number 5 is in Nigeria, if I remember correctly. Some people are still at 20k here. I think the UK and US rounds were relatively easy, of course, because you always had road numbers nearby. Okay, so here we're in Nigeria. I'm looking at that sign, and you can just about read the name of Jalingo here, of that town, which I know is in the far east of the country. There it is. I think I know the town only from like a song, some Afrobeats or like R&B lyric that includes the town name. And yeah, I think everybody who would watch this video probably knows the impulse of hearing some kind of a place name and then looking up where it is. Anyways, this is a very long and very straight road that goes a little bit east of south. I decided that it makes no sense to actually go any further here because there's no large intersection that I could reach. I wonder if there's like a point of interest on here that I could use. Redeemed Church of God. Or maybe I think I'm looking for a road name, but not really. It says something about a college on that sign though. And I think that ends up being the point of interest that I can use. Here it just goes on towards a little bit west of north. And I decide that, you know, the street could actually be findable just like that. And it is, yeah, it's that one, that very long straight road. So what we've got here is probably that medical college, which is indicated on the map. And might be the one that we saw on the sign as well. But I'm sort of trying to line up the streets going left and right, and it's difficult because, you know, obviously the map isn't very precise for this area, or maybe, you know, there's been a lot of building activity around here since the coverage has been taken. So yeah, the pinpointing is not straightforward. I end up being quite lucky with it, I think. Because yeah, I think in the end I'll just move it a little bit, my marker a little bit further to the north, because I see that off-road to the right here to the east. So I decide maybe I'm a little bit further north. I don't know if I needed that for the 25k, but yeah, no, I probably did. For the 5k rather, but I probably did. Okay, so yes, again, 4 aces, 1 miss, but good enough. And also another victory against my opponent Pasteque Hachee here. So I'm not unhappy with it, obviously. I'm not quite happy with my performance over these first 3 games, even though it's never been enough for a 25k, of course. But yep, that's my game. Next up, Argentina, and I'm looking forward to that.